Listen, hey, okay, can you add Sunni Muslim?
Sure.
Yeah, add Sunni Muslim. شوف الرسائل.
Matter of fact, I'll add all of you guys.
No, look, just add
Allah,
one person. We
wallah.
ain't trying to make it too many people.
Man, hold on. Everybody can come up. Sunni Muslim. Who else? Who else is a Muslim here? Slave of Allah. Hold on, I missed it. It's cool to.
Nah, I'm not calling for backup or anything. I'm trying to add some people.
Yeah, you are.
No.
Yeah, you are.
Come on, man.
Cool,
Go ahead.
Hold on. Cool things. Are you a Muslim?
Yeah.
You're Muslim? Okay. Let me see. Am I flowing? Oh, I got two more people I can add. Let's see.
Wait. Hey, add some of your people.
Why? I don't need it.
All right, for sure.
Abdana, are you a Muslim?
GodLogic, why were you lying about the Quran?
What I lie about?
Bro, you said it's the Quran sanctions child marriage.
Tell me again. What did I lie about?
The Quran doesn't sanction child marriage. I don't even know if puberty is matters if you going to marry a female, but it doesn't sanction child marriage. If it says that you can marry a female who hasn't reached, it doesn't talk about puberty. The reasons why we can't marry children because you have to reach maturity of mind. So if the Quran says talks about divorcing women who haven't reached puberty, that isn't the reason for marriage. It's you have to be physical mature and mentally mature, and even hadith say this. For example, Sahih Muslim 1812. So it doesn't sanction child marriage.
Okay, so we'll go back to it. Chapter 65, verse 4.
Yeah, I've read it.
You read it?
But you have to admit the Quran itself doesn't say it. You have to go to the
No,
tafsirs.
I don't. Because
you
I'm
have
saying
to.
that the Quran explicitly
Because
says.
if we only go with the Quran, we reject the tafsirs. I'm not going to do that.
Okay, good. So you accept the tough.
Yeah,
Okay,
I accept.
can you
I
say the
first didn't
exact
accept the
words?
tafsirs, but if you go with the classic scholarly
me?
interpretation,
Dude,
yes.
Hold on. Time out, guys. Time out. One at a time. So Sunni Muslim, you accept the tafsirs, right?
Yeah, I accept the classic scholarly interpretation that it means that young women who haven't mentioned young females who haven't
No,
menstruated.
not young women. It's young. It's little girls. Girls before puberty. That's what
It doesn't probably say little. It says young.
Yeah, little girls who have
It says
not
young in
been
the
treated.
tafsir.
how do you
show the tafsir, it says young.
Where did you get the little girl from?
I'll bring it up again.
But
Guys,
again,
one at a
this
time.
doesn't
We gotta do
sanction.
one at a time. So Sunni Muslim.
Yeah, I know. It says young, not little.
My computer's dying. Can you open up Ibn Kathir?
I've looked at the tafsirs. Yes, I agree to the scholarly classic scholarly interpretation is that, but
Oh, good. So you agree that the classical scholarly interpretation is that it's little girls who have not reached puberty, right? Wait, one second, guys. I'm getting
no, but it isn't. It isn't what you think.
One second. All right.
Wait, GodLogic. I have to say you keep confusing two words. You're saying children and young. We can't marry children. If you read the tafsir, a female has to be physically mature and mentally mature. I can give you the hadith.
Let's see.
No, you can read the tafsir hadith. I can give you the hadith.
Hold on, let's see.
Go open Sahih Muslim 1812.
No. Wait a second. Please open up Ibn Kathir. That's what we're going to do first.
Okay, sure.
You told me to show you where it talks about little girls.
Okay, once you're done with him, Logic.
Doesn't mean children. Doesn't mean children.
If anybody can help him on this,
No, I have a different approach than him. Once you're
different
done,
approach. Okay.
I'll approach it.
Well, you can go also with a different approach, but I'm not sure if classic scholarly interpretation.
Okay, so Logic, that verse, first of all, that time was a cultural way to marry young. It's also in the Bible and it's also in the Torah. So they used to get married young at that time. Do you agree it's cultural at that time? Do you agree?
No, I don't.
So what about the Bible?
Yeah, in the Bible, chapter 7, verse 36 of 1 Corinthians, it says for a man to marry a young virgin.
Wait, hold on. Let me finish with him.
Let me tell you one thing, dude. Okay.
No, so you're saying Logic. So you're saying back in the day they were not getting married at a younger.
Right, hold on. Sorry, guys. If I'm speaking, mute up, please.
Yeah.
Mute up. Everybody, mute up. So if I'm speaking, you're not going to interrupt me when I'm speaking, especially after you ask me a question. There's a lot of you guys that I let up here, but we have to have order. and respect. Okay. So I'm answering what Cool Things just asked me. I'm gonna answer them for you guys to speak one at a time.
Okay, let me.
Everybody can't hear us
clearly one more time, and then answer.
Go ahead. I don't know. I'm in the middle of speaking. I'm in the middle of answering.
I'm sorry. Go for it.
It's all good. So, in the Bible, you have 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 36, that says that a virgin young woman has to be past the flower of her youth in order for the man to marry her, and it must be. That's what the verse says. So you cannot marry a girl who's still young, immature, mentally or physically. She has to be beyond that. According to the Bible, we have an explicit verse that says that. Okay? You guys don't. What you have here is an example of prepubescent girls that are being married, consummated, and divorced.
Okay. Can I follow up?
Can I answer that question? Hey, 1 second, guys. Can you let me answer the question?
No, but I want to follow up with that real quick. First of all, Rebecca was not that. Second of all, so you're disagreeing with historians saying that it was not a cultural thing that back in the day they used to marry young. You also disagreeing with historians.
Okay. I'm disagreeing with you that's trying to claim that this was something that was normal, even in biblical times. Nowhere in the Bible does this happen at all.
Historians
nowhere does it. And even
wait, why are we?
Historians,
why are we going away from the error?
Bro, I couldn't care less. The host, while I'm talking. I couldn't care less what a historian might have said or what people around the time was doing. We are theists, so I assume that we believe that that God's morality stands above cultural morality.
Okay, so let me give you an example.
Norm? Would you agree?
Let me give you an example. 100 years from...
Would you agree that God's standard of morality stands above the culture?
Yeah, but also God's morality can be different than human morality.
Let me speak, mate. Can I speak now?
Can be different than human morality.
Wait until when he says something, I'll let you give a...
So God's morality can be different than human morality. You don't know. You're not the same level as God's morality. And second of all, do you agree that 100 years from now or 1,000 years from now, when gay marriage is normalized, the Bible will be frowned on? They're going to be like, oh, you used to make fun of
gays. They frown on it already.
Exactly.
But that's the point.
So that's what I'm saying. Culture changed. So now gay marriage will be looked down on. You'll be looked down on for that.
Cool Things. You're making my argument. My argument is that what's normal in the time doesn't determine what's right or wrong. So if you're arguing that it was normal for culturally people to marry prepubescent girls, doesn't mean that it's right.
Yeah, but
they were normally doing something that's wrong.
1,000 years from now, a gay marriage will be morally accepted and the Bible will be morally frowned on. That means God logic is bad at that time. That means God moral is wrong. If you look at it from 1,000 years ahead from now, they're going to go, oh, God is against gay marriage. That means God is not morally right. That's what it's going to look at it.
It's highly subjective.
Hold on. Yeah, exactly. Cool Things.
Yeah.
Do you hold to subjective morality?
But why are we diverting from the topic?
In objective morality?
I mean, it depends, I guess.
What do you mean it depends? It's either which one you lean.
I want to clarify your question specifically.
All right. Do you believe that societal norms determines what is right and wrong?
Not all the way. I mean, that's what I said. It's diverse. Sometimes yes, sometimes no.
No. It's simple. It
can't be yes or no.
You could believe it.
I can give you a lot of examples. It can't be yes or no.
So then that means okay, good. So if this is correct, and I think Sunni, I'm gonna let you speak to this, Sunni Muslim, that if what you're saying is correct, Cool Things, that it's society that determines sometimes what is right and wrong, then that would mean that society, because it's right to society that men can be women and women can be men, that, homosexual marriage is okay.
Let me answer the question because let me talk. Let me answer your question because you mute.
Yeah, I'm muting you because you don't know when to stay on mute. And I keep telling you don't speak when I'm speaking. So the only people that can come up is people who knows decorum. Anyway, when you say that's what determines what is right and wrong, then according to that reasoning, Islam would be false and the morality of Allah is wrong when he says that these things are a sin and are wrong.
No, what I'm saying is now we have a different culture. We look at a certain age of marriage as wrong. Just like 1,000 years from now, they're going to look at gay marriage as right and the Bible is wrong. They're going to look at God's morals as wrong.
So again, you're appealing to cultural relativism, which would prove Islam false.
How is that?
Because if cultural relativism determines what is moral and what isn't, then when society decides that gay marriage is good, it's okay, then now the Quran is teaching something that's evil and morally wrong by saying it's not okay.
Yeah, but what is morally right now? Because there's so much corruption, you don't know what the truth is.
No,
because there's so many cultural things.
That's only cool things. Let me ask you, are you a Muslim?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so you believe in God. Your morality is not based on society or humans. It's not subjective. Your morality is based on God, which makes it objective.
Okay.
Okay, so that means that God's morality, the morality that you hold to, stands above personal opinion or societal opinion.
Yes.
Okay, so it doesn't matter what is culturally normal. It doesn't matter what is normal for a person. If God gives a decree and shows that what is right and what is wrong, and culture disagrees with that, then culture is objectively wrong.
Exactly. So my question to you now, what make you say that marrying at a certain age is wrong?
Right.
You're saying it based off your culture, based off what you're taught.
No, I'm not basing it off of culture.
So where you basing it off?
Wait, we have to establish.
Where you basing it off?
Go ahead.
We have to establish one thing. The Bible is subjective. It's written by humans who. It's not uttered by God. It's human who made up those rules. It's not God. So it's subjective. It's based on personal feelings and opinions.
Okay,
you can't prove the Bible is the word of God.
How about this logic? Where does it in the Bible that says don't marry at a certain age or marry at a certain age?
1 Corinthians, I quoted earlier. 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 36.
Quote again one more.
That's not objective. That's not objective.
Yeah, it is objective. It's word.
No,
Where
because
does it give you that right age?
Hold on. Let me
first
finish again.
prove it's objective.
Let me finish it again. Excuse me. Let me finish it again. So here it is. It's for a man, if he wants to marry the virgin daughter, right? And he has doubts about it, make sure that she is past the flower of her youth. Once she is past the flower of her youth, they do not sin, and it must be that she's past the flower of her youth. They do not sin, they can marry. That's what the Bible explicitly says. 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 36. However, what you have in your Quran is the allowance, the permissibility, the permissibility of marrying, divorcing, and consummating the marriage with prepubescent girls. That is tough.
Rubudo. So that isn't objective. First of all, you have to prove it's subjective, objective, since that's the Spa who made up those rules. So that's not God's word. That's not what God said. Since if it is what God said, then it's objective. But everything the Bible says is just mostly what the Bible says is just what humans say, or based upon personal feelings or opinions of humans. So that's subjective. You have to prove the Bible's the objective word of God.
Okay, so that's the next step.
Give me evidence. Give me evidence for the Bible.
Right now, I want you. Are you agreeing with me that Islam, the Quran, the tafsirs, the classical scholars, do teach that it's permissible to marry young girls who haven't reached puberty yet and to consummate the marriage with them?
If we go by the Quran, but it doesn't refer to. It doesn't mean child. It doesn't imply marrying children. You can marry. The Quran does say that you can marry a girl who hasn't reached puberty, but doesn't imply a child, since you have to be physically mature and mentally mature. And can you point to a child who is physically and mentally mature?
Okay, so when you go to the Quran, and it says that you can divorce and consummate a marriage with a girl who has not yet reached puberty, lam yahedna, meaning they never reached puberty in the past. So talking about young girls,
alone. We are not Quranists. We also look
I know you're not.
We look at what Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said. He says you have to be physically mature and mentally mature.
Sunni, I know that you're not a Quranist, which is why I have this in the bag. Because it's the scholars, as you even said earlier, that the classical understanding of the scholars and the jurisprudence. If we go to the jurisprudence, I can show you what the consensus of this on this ruling is that you are allowed to marry and consummate a marriage with a prepubescent little girl as long as her father is willing to allow this. It's up to the father, not the girl.
Okay,
Again,
how old was
if you look at the Quran alone, you
how
are
old
going
was
to
she
make
when
the
she got married?
conclusion that you can marry girls who haven't reached puberty. But that's okay. But you have to be, and if the hadith literally say
Wait, say that one
a
more
female
time.
has to be physically and mentally mature,
Wait, so
that doesn't
say
imply that you can
somebody
marry
was talking.
children since there's no child.
Wait, Sunni, somebody was talking when you was talking. Can you say that beginning part again? That if you were to look at the Quran, what?
If you were to look at the Quran, there are certain things.
No, repeat what you said, bro.
Yeah, but I have to. Do I have to repeat everything what
Please.
I said?
Yeah.
Again,
please.
what I said. You're making claims about the Quran, saying it's sanctioned child marriage.
You said if we just read the Quran.
What?
Finish.
I don't remember what I said, but
yeah, you do. Stop lying.
Okay.
I don't know what I said, but what I want to
stop lying.
Okay, what did I say?
Dude, just repeat it.
I don't know what I said, but what I want to say is
you're repeating what Muhammad Hijab said, aren't you?
What did Muhammad Hijab say?
You know, you said it, so just say it. If you only read the Quran, what will you understand from the verse?
There are certain things in the Quran. You have to look look at the hadith because the Quran has a particular historical and cultural context.
If you just read the Quran, what would you understand from 65:4?
If I just read the Quran, then I would understand that you can marry a girl who hasn't reached puberty, but the point is it doesn't imply you can marry children. Since a girl has to be physically and mentally mature. Point to a child who is physically and mentally mature. That's why we are not Quranists.
Let's be clear here. Does the verse say that they are divorcing girls before they reach puberty?
What does it? Wait, repeat your question.
Does the verse say that category 2, the girls that are being divorced, category 2, are girls who have not reached puberty yet?
If we go with the classic scholarly interpretation, I would say yes.
Thank you. So the classical, y'all heard that? The classical scholarly interpretation, their understanding is that this is saying you can marry and consummate the marriage with a girl before she reached puberty.
Okay, now Robuto.
Now,
this doesn't imply you can marry children since you have to be physically mentally mature.
There's a child that hasn't reached puberty yet. There's an adult that hasn't gone through puberty.
What?
There's an adult that hasn't reached puberty.
There's an adult that hasn't reached puberty. I'm saying what I'm saying is you have to be, even if you haven't menstruated, you have to be physically and mentally mature to marry. So a female who hasn't menstruated, she has to be physically and mentally mature so you can marry her.
If she hasn't menstruated, is she physically available?
Yeah, that could be.
Sunni, I'm gonna stop you there because you're.
It's biologically possible.
Hello.
Logic.
Why are you sure?
Go ahead, guys. If y'all want to jump in, help out.
Logic. I have a question about the Bible.
Why are you shocked?
Let's stick to the subject.
So
Okay.
a girl could have not menstruated and still be physically mentally mature. How is this not possible?
Okay, on Rebecca.
Oh.
I just want us all to understand this. That according to me,
Yeah.
hold on, there's somebody loud. According to me, and according to the classical understanding of the scholars, which Sunni Muslim acknowledged, the classical understanding of the scholars, when you read the Quran, you read the Hadith, is that you can marry and consummate the marriage with girls who have not reached puberty yet. And now, what Sunni Muslim is trying to argue is that the girls who haven't reached puberty yet in this category are girls who are adults. They're physically and mentally mature. They're physically and mentally mature.
They have to be physically and mentally mature.
Yeah, the verse doesn't say that, nor do the scholars.
Yeah, of course. I'm saying we are. Bro, I'm not a Quranist. I'm not a Quran. Of course, the verse doesn't say that. We have to look what Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said about it.
Nor do your scholars.
Yes, they do.
Okay, so can I
Can you
give
tell me
you
then the age?
Yes,
Can
I can give you the hadith.
Can I give you the ruling on this? Can I give you the official ruling in your jurisprudence on marrying a little girl?
How is it relevant to this?
It's because you're trying to say that these girls are actually physically and mentally mature. That's not the case. That's not what your scholars say.
I'm saying the verse says you can marry a girl who hasn't reached puberty, but there's two more conditions.
And consummate, right? And consummate, right?
I'm not. Yeah, okay, sure. But the girl has to be physically and mentally mature. So it doesn't. That is not. Can you point to a child who is physically and mentally mature?
Go ahead, Sunni.
Can you point? There's no child who is physically and mentally mature. So your point doesn't.
So then that means.
So you have to apologize.
So that means that your Quran and your scholars all agree that you can have relations with girls who are not physically and mentally mature, because they say you can have relations with a girl before she is even able to give consent. She doesn't. Her consent is not even needed.
It implies that she is not fit.
Hasn't reached puberty.
In the verse.
Logic.
But
why are we switching to the Bible?
No. Just real quick.
Is it the same? Is it the same subject? I don't mind it if it's the same subject. I don't mind.
But wait, you have to apologize. You're making a claim you can marry children.
The same subject.
You said I was right.
No, I didn't say you were right. I didn't say you were right.
You said me and the classical scholars are correct on this.
No, yeah, but you're saying it implies that you can marry children. That's false.
I'm not saying it implies anything.
No. That's literally what you said.
It says it.
That's literally every time you go live, you say that verse sanctions child marriage. You have to apologize. That doesn't do it. No, because it's a child physically and mentally mature.
Oh my God.
It doesn't say that.
Again, we are not. Again, it doesn't say it, but we don't take the Quran alone. We don't take the Quran alone. We look at hadith.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
So you have to apologize. Apologize.
Okay, good. So can I
say sorry?
Can I just show you your consensus of your scholarship and the evidence for why they say you're allowed to have marriage and consummation of marriage with a girl who is little?
Show me this. Show me this.
Can I show you? I'm gonna give you the evidence that
show me this thing. You can marry children.
I'm gonna give it to you.
Marry females.
I'm gonna give it to you.
Wait. My question. My question.
I got you.
No, first you have to give me consensus of scholars who say that you can marry females who aren't physically mentally mature.
I got you.
Okay, give it.
And then, after I show you this, either you concede or you show me the opposite. Okay?
Then we are going to both apologize.
Yeah, go on.
All right. So I don't know how much more power I have in my laptop. It might have been dead by now, and yep, it's dead. And my thing is way in. Hold on. So I won't really be able to show it on the screen, unfortunately. However, I do love to show the consensus of scholarship on this.
Yo, Logic, how are you a Christian, bro? Like, Christian is,
Is what?
Doesn't make sense.
I'm a Christian because the Quran tells me to be a Christian.
All right.
The Bible tells you to be. The Bible affirms the Quran.
Another question to the Muslims out here. Does that verse specifically talk about that time, or talks about to the end of the time you have to apply it?
Well, it doesn't specifically say.
So how do you know that it's not talking about that particular time only?
Correct.
How do you know that, Logic?
I wasn't listening. I'm sorry.
How do you know that verse that you mentioned about the young age in the Quran? It's not talking about that specific time. It's not. Is it talking about forever? Apply that rule. Is it talking about?
Yeah, it's open-ended.
Tell me where it says forever. Apply that rule forever.
Tell me where it says that it's only for this specific time.
And then tell me how old is Rebecca. It doesn't also tell you the age. And tell me how old is.
It says that Rebecca was a young woman.
Exactly. It doesn't tell you the age too. So the same.
Yeah, but it says that she's a woman though. So.
Yeah, and it's also the same thing. You don't know if it's that specific time. You're judging based off you don't know the full information. Is it talking? No, but talking about that.
She was a young woman. She was a young woman who was and sheep, and she was a young woman who was able to make a decision Isaac and marry him. Young woman really said she wasn't playing with dolls. She wasn't young. We used to have little girlfriends who used to play with dolls with her.
You said she's a young woman. Okay, how many women?
So we have
What's
that.
the difference between,
but according
what's
to
the
your
difference
verse,
between young women and women?
according to your verse, you have where it literally says that you are divorcing, consummating, and marrying girls who.
I've explained.
Guys, I wanna.
Is that a rule to apply for?
It's open-ended, man.
So it's that time only.
Fundamental.
Please show it on my. If you guys ever want to see what I'm putting, you can go on my YouTube channel. I did a video on this. Child marriage in Islam. Okay.
Which
Dora.net. Dora.net. Encyclopedia of Jurisprudence. Okay. The Encyclopedia of Jurisprudence. All right.
Okay, my logic. So now my argument is talking about
let me give the proof that I gave, man.
But it's talking about that.
Bro, you gotta prove that, bro.
You're the one accusing. So you're the one.
You made
the Islam is false. You made the claim.
Because I can't read it.
Islam is false. So I'm telling you, prove it. I'm telling you, it's talking about that particular time.
Bro. Okay,
go ahead.
Let me read this.
All right, go ahead.
So it says.
Someone has to just send a link in chat. I can't see it.
Yeah. I know you can't see it, but I'm gonna just
guys,
read it, right?
Don't let him change the subject, guys. I want to.
Yeah, don't let me change the subject.
Yeah, exactly.
But wait, I'm not going to take consensus from not the Islamic
Can
website.
I read?
It's not a...
Yeah, let him read. Let him read. Let him read, and then we get back to me.
All right,
That's Arabic, probably.
Somebody has background.
I think
there's a lot of muffling on their mic.
Right.
Okay, so the ruling on marrying a young girl, a father's marriage. Virgin daughter. It's permissible for a father to marry his young virgin girl without her permission. This is in agreement with the 4 schools of jurisprudence.
Give me the link. Give me the link.
I can't.
Yeah, okay. So how do I know you're not reading from your ass?
I just told you. I'm showing this here. I gave you is Dora.net. Dora.net. Go on Dora.net. Put in Encyclopedia of Jurisprudence, the ruling of marrying a young girl, or you can go to my YouTube channel where I have the links in the description of the video. Okay? YouTube channel. Let me finish this.
Yeah, let him.
So, you asked for the consensus on this. Here it is. The consensus for a father, his young virgin girl, without her permission. Students, Hanafis, Shafa'is, and the Hanbali.
My response.
Let me finish. Because
okay.
This part is important where they give you the reason why. The Quran Almighty said, and those of your women who you have given up ministration, if you are in doubt, then their period is 3 months. And those who have not menstruated. So that's the first case of evidence that a father is able to give up his young virgin daughter, young girl. Not a quick response. I'm not done with the evidence. After I finish, you guys can say whatever you want. Okay? So their first evidence that you can sleep, marry, and do whatever you want with a little girl is chapter 65, verse 4. They literally quote it. As long as a father gives her in marriage. Okay? Meaning and significance. God Almighty has ruled that the divorce of a girl who has not married is valid. And divorce does not take place except in a valid marriage. There is no woman whom her marriage is valid unless her father marries her, right? So her father gives her a marriage. Second, from the Sunnah. So here's the second case of evidence. From the Sunnah, okay, right? This is for you, Sunni Muslim. On the authority of Aisha, may God be pleased with her. The Prophet, may Allah's prayers, prayers. Allah's prayers.
Okay, wait. What type of website is that? No, I'm not sure if that's a reliable Islamic website.
Well, it is. It's an Islamic website where you get the official jurisprudence. It's official.
No proof. Is it official?
Yes. Just check it out on your own time, bro. Dora.net. Just check it out.
But how can you read Arabic? How can you read Arabic? Let me finish.
Okay. So, may Allah's prayers and peace be upon him. Married her. So the Prophet married her when she was 6 years old. And she went to him and consummated the marriage with her when she was 9 years old. And she stayed with him for 9 years. This is clear in the permissibility of the father marrying a young girl without her permission because she does not have permission. So her consensus is not needed.
Okay, great.
She's a little girl.
Now, what I asked, have you listened what I asked? I asked, where can you show me a consensus of contemporary scholars, consensus of Islamic scholars, consensus of classical scholars on regards that you can marry a female who isn't physically and mentally mature? That's what I asked.
I just gave it to you. I just gave it to you.
No, it doesn't say.
I just gave it to you.
Okay, can we get back to me now?
Hanbali, Shafi'i, Maliki, they all say all 4 schools of jurisprudence.
Yeah, you can marry if she hasn't menstruated.
Or give a consensus on
Can we get back to me now, Logic?
If she hasn't menstruated, but that's not what I asked.
And the example the example that they give is 65-4 and Muhammad with his marriage and consummation with Aisha.
Can we get back to me now, Logic?
That's not what I asked. That's not what I asked.
Can we get back to my different approach to you?
It's
not even what I asked.
Logic, you running away from me, Logic?
Talk to your brother.
Are you running away?
So you're ducking our...
Are you dodging me, Logic?
I asked, where does it say
Logic,
that you...
my question to you
Where's the consensus that you can marry a female who isn't physically, mentally mature?
Hey, guys,
not who hasn't reached puberty.
He proved you wrong.
That's not my
scholars. He proved you wrong according to your scholars. His Logic is right according to your scholars.
Who hasn't menstruated.
So now let's get back to me, Logic.
That's not what I asked.
Let's get back to me, Logic.
You have literally ignored what I asked.
Logic, you made a claim Islam encourages young marriage. You made a claim Islam is false. So my question to you, how do you know that verse not talking about back in the day? Show me where it says continue this way till the end. Show me where it says that.
Show me where it gives a limit.
But you're the one who made the claim, so you're the one.
No, you made the claim.
No,
it's only for that particular time frame.
Look at your.
So you have to give me the proof of that, bro.
And even if we were to
listen,
I'm going to say even if we were to
read your background, Islam is false. You made a claim. Right? So now I'm telling you, and you said there's a young marriage. So I'm telling you, it happened during that time during the culture. Now show me where it says continue this culture or this behavior forever. This is the law of Islamic. Tell me where it says that it's law to do that.
Okay, I just gave you it. No,
I don't care about scholars. To be honest, I don't follow these scholars. I don't care about these scholars. I think they are, at the end of the time, scholars will be wolves dressed as sheep. Even Prophet Muhammad says that. So I don't give a damn about none of them, honestly, me personally. So now tell me, where does it say follow this teaching forever, marry young women? Where does it encourage? Is that in the Quran?
Where does it give it a limit?
In the Quran.
Where does it give it a limit?
As a matter of fact, I believe Jesus is not even going to return. The Quran says he died. They're going to disagree with me, but the Quran says that.
Are you Quran?
What are you saying?
I'm only Quran, yes. Surah Imran, if you look at Surah Imran. But anyway.
But GodLogic, my response. Even if you were to grant,
you didn't answer me, Logic. Where does it say it's forever you follow this rule?
Well, you just said that Jesus is not coming back according to the
Don't change the subject. We're going to get back to that.
You said that.
Yeah. I'll get back to you. But let's
wait.
Y'all agree with this?
Wait. I want to respond to GodLogic.
Look at you running away, Logic.
GodLogic.
You said no. You don't agree with this?
We will get back to the Jesus part, but let's continue this. Where does it say?
I'm just confused on what kind of Muslim. What kind of Muslim?
You're running, Logic.
I just want to know what kind of Muslim
You're definitely running, Logic.
Wait, GodLogic.
You don't have an answer for that. You don't. I told you we're going to get back to the Jesus part, but continue with this topic first, and then we're going to get back to the Jesus part.
Fair enough. So can you tell me where it gives a time limit?
And you're the one who made the accusation that it's false. So tell me, where does it say? Where does it say continue that? Where's the law?
I didn't say that it's false based on its time frame.
Okay, my answer to you is that verse was revealed during that time and is specifically talking about that time.
Does that make it okay?
If the verse for that time, yes. For that time, yes. If the verse
where are you getting?
Wait.
Where are you getting from for that time?
If the verse says continue this, like the 5 prayer 5 times, whatever, like part of the Islamic law, then I will agree with you. But it doesn't say continue.
You're Quran only, right?
Mostly Quran only. I only follow Hadith if it does not contradict.
Oh my God!
If it's not contradicting
so now you do follow Hadith.
If it's not contradicting the Quran, and most of the Hadith I don't follow, and I'm not a Sunni or a Shia or any of that.
So then, dude.
Debate me. I want to have a conversation
I'm mostly
with you.
Quran. I'm mostly Quran. Yeah, I'm mostly Quran.
So you're a mostly Quran Muslim.
Yes. I'm Quran.
May I guide you?
Don't try to change the subject. Answer the question. It doesn't matter. Just answer my question. Where does it say? Follow this rule?
Wait, have a conversation with me.
Wait, guys, let him answer me.
Time out. Let me and cool things kind of go back and forth here.
Yes. I like it.
So look, cool things.
Yeah.
You're mostly Quran.
You're changing the subject.
I'm not. Just relax. Relax. Okay. We're chilling.
Go ahead.
When you say that you're mostly Quran, that you do not give a dang what the scholars say.
I don't.
And you don't really follow much hadith. You follow, you pick and choose what you feel goes with the Quran.
Yeah.
According to this Quran verse, it does not give a time frame or a time limit on when this verse remains to be permissible. Okay? If you are arguing that it is only subjected to that particular time, I need you to prove that.
I don't have to prove it. Just like, because I cannot prove it that I cannot prove it that it's only for that time, and I cannot disprove.
If you make a claim, the burden is
forever.
Prove
it goes both ways. It goes both ways. But the one who made the claim that it's a wrong behavior is you, not me.
No,
I'm just telling you that's for that time.
No, you asked me. How do you know, Logic, if that verse is continuing on and that it's not just referring to that time? I said it doesn't give a time limit or a time frame.
Okay.
You then followed up by saying, well, I'm saying that it is limited to that time. I then asked how.
Okay, I'll show you.
I don't see that.
I'll show you how. Because in the Quran, when God's law shows that it's a law, like don't eat pork, it's a law. Like he made sure you understand it. Don't fornicate, it's a law. He didn't say marry young or something. None of that happens there. So it's just a time frame to me, because that culture, and then when you look at history, it matches up. That time they used to marry younger women. So it matches with history. So now show me where it says that's a law, Islamic law, since Islam is false. Tell me where it says that is an Islamic law.
Show me where it says it's not an Islamic law. Do you see how I can use...
I want to have a conversation with you.
Look.
You've made a lot of claims. I want to discuss that.
Yeah, hold on. Cool things. Notice how the criteria that you're going with and saying, well, you have to show me this in these exact words in order for it to be valid. I can literally use that same criteria for you, if I were to tell you, show me the exact words where it says this is not a law for in Islam. That's silly. That's silly for me. But since you want to go with that, I can go ahead and put that criteria on you, since that's how you do this. Yeah. So can you show me where it says this Islamic law?
Because in the Quran, when God sets a law, he makes sure it's clear.
Can you show me where it says that this is an Islamic law? Whenever you, like, for example,
if God doesn't want you to eat pork,
don't eat pork or something like that.
So
can
we
you
all
show me
know
where it says the exact words, this is a law in Islam?
No, because God said, I forbid you. Haram alaykum, haram. Like it's forbidden.
How do you know that that's not just for that time?
Because it means it's forbidden. He didn't say just.
So he could have. Okay. So if he's forbidden something, then it's forbidden. Period.
Yes.
If he's permitting something, then it's permitted. Period.
Okay.
Okay. So in 65:4, he's giving permission to divorce little girls who have not reached puberty yet.
Well, I've explained it.
Does it say it's like for the end of the time that it's permissible, that it's halal? No, because the Quran uses the word hullila alaykum.
So do you see how now you have
but the Quran also, when it's making
wait, cool things. Look.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you now see how you have to say, well, does it say that it's something that's lawful or forbidden? I can do the same for you.
I'm answering you. I'm answering you. And
okay, then does it say, like, for example, that pork is always forbidden in Islam?
Yes, it says haram, hurrima. That means it's forbidden.
Wait, does it say how long it's forbidden? Because now we're in a culture where
it means forever.
Now we're living in a culture where people pork.
No,
so
but
is it okay now?
No. It means forever. But when the Quran says,
how do you know that?
Let me tell you, I'm gonna answer you. So if it's something permissible, the Quran makes sure it says it's permissible. Like hullila alaykum. So it gives
yes, not at all.
Yes, it is. Tell me like
what?
what?
Oh my goodness. That's not even true.
Tell me like what?
You're literally making this up.
Okay, tell me like what? Well, how am I making it up?
You literally have something that's permissible right here. Excuse me.
Tell me what
that's something that's permissible right here without anything having to say halal. You don't need that word.
Oh my God, bro. Let's talk about the Bible, bro.
What did he say? What did he say, cool? I didn't hear you.
But GodLogic, you have to apologize right now because it doesn't sanction child marriage. I've explained it. I have explained it several times.
Bro, you asked me to give you the jurisprudence. I gave it to you. The consensus, I gave it to you.
That's not what I asked.
What else you want from me, Sunni?
Your logic. Please.
Yeah.
That's not what I asked, by the way. But we can go to a different topic.
Wait, yeah. I'm making the topic.
We can go through the Bible. It contains errors.
Listen, logic.